This is Krishna Day of Biz Growth News, and I'm just here at a workshop taking place in October called the Financial Freedom Workshop. And in fact, one of the speakers really caught my attention. His name is Sean Roach of GotAccess.com. And Sean, why you caught my attention is that for me, I think I introduced myself by saying, isn't your site a bit like social networking 3.0?
That's correct.
So let's just start off with talking about, in terms of social networking, why you think it's so important for us to be connected on the web today for business.
Well, there's the old saying of 6 degrees of separation, and actually, in most cases with most people, it's 2 or 3 degrees of separation. The problem is the human brain, we compartmentalize things, and so all of a sudden, if I've met you now and I met you here at the seminar, I remember you in my memory with my brain as someone from the seminar. But down the road, there may be something that I need business-wise that has to do with what you do for a living, and I will have completely forgotten about it because in my brain, you're compartmentalized as the person from the seminar. Where in social networking, I'm able to know all that information that my brain can't necessarily remember, and I can find you and end up having that business relationship a lot easier and a lot quicker.
Now, as we talked about, I think many of us today are members of different social networks. And let's say, for example, we might be a member of Ning, because Ning has allowed us, it's a platform that many of us can actually create our own social network site for our own community and building our community on the web, in addition to perhaps having a blog or a community around your podcast or whatever. Tell me about where you think Ning perhaps fails us.
Well, I love Ning. It's actually a great software to be able to build your own social networking site. The problem is it's just allowing you to build a website, and so it's using its technology to allow you to build a website, a membership website. And what happens with membership websites most of the time, if there's not other sticky factors there, other reasons to be there than the one reason that they're there for, they turn into a gym membership. Everybody joins the gym in January, but by March, most of those people aren't there anymore. They've left. Well, the same thing happens if someone sees your site, they get excited, they come, but then after a while they don't keep coming back because there's no sticky factor. If I get a Ning ID, I log into yours, then I gotta log out, then I gotta log into someone else's, then I gotta log out. It's too much work for me, so after a while I just don't keep coming back to your site anymore. It's not built on a single platform. That's where they missed out, I really think, by building it and not having a single platform where people are able to log in, socialize at your site, socialize at someone else's site, socialize personally, socialize business, all on one single platform. And all the tech people are all saying, anyone in the industry is saying within the next 2 to 5 years, there will be 5 to 7 platforms, that 60, 70, 80% of what you do online, you will go to one platform, and that's where you will do most of the stuff you do online.
That makes so much sense to me, because I'm sitting there and my computer failed on me about a week ago, and then I've got my whole list of passwords that I have to reinstate into a new computer to remember to get into all those different sites. And there'll be some sites that attract more attention for me or get me to go back versus others. And I have to be honest, there's a few Ning sites, I won't name them, which I've been a member of those social networks and won't go back to. So tell me how your product, in terms of GotAccess, differs.
Well, one of the things that is big with GotAccess is our terms and policies. Most people, when they join any type of site, they don't read the terms and conditions. They just hit the agree button and go to next. Or if they read most of the terms and conditions of any free site, it says that by using that site, you grant the producer and owner of that site a lifetime, irrevocable, perpetual, worldwide license with the right to sub-license for any content posted on said site. Now, they're much longer in the way that they say that, but almost every single one of them says that. What does that mean? They're collecting all the information about you, all the information about the people that you are friends with or associates with, everything that you belong to, groups and everything else. They're collecting all that rich data and they're selling it to advertisers and other people that want that information. We don't want our information sold. I don't want my information sold. So one of the first things we did on GotAccess is what happens on GotAccess stays on GotAccess. We will never own or sell any of your content or data. That's one of our big differentiating. We also have 3 patents pending. Everyone you invite in on personal and business, you give them an access level of 0 to 10 for personal and 0 to 10 for business. So if I meet you like I'm meeting you right now, I can give you personal level access of 2, but because we're doing business together, I can give you access level 6. Anything 7, 8, and 9 in business, you don't get to see on my site, and anything 3, 4, and above on my site for personal, you don't get to see. I only share the content that you get to see. That's why we call it social technology. And social technology is socializing the way we do in the real world to the best of technology's ability.
You know, that whole area of privacy, and apologies for that generator kicking in the background there, but a lot of things that we talk about in terms of on the web, people do get concerned about privacy. So I think that's great that you're looking to address that, because absolutely, I don't want my data to be passed around and used by other people. I get enough spam.
Yet if you're using Facebook, it's bought and sold. If you're using MySpace, it's bought and sold. If you're using any Google product, it's bought and sold. Ning is actually pretty good on their terms and policies, but most sites, if you go down and just start reading some of the terms and conditions, it's usually about 6 paragraphs down. It says that they own all of your content, that you're giving them a license, and when you give someone a license, you're giving them permission to own that information.
So in other words, if I post something online, they have the right potentially to repurpose it.
They have the right to repurpose it, they have the right to sell it, they have the right to collect it, they have the right to do whatever they want, including but not limited to songs, movies, ideas, patents, anything that you're dealing with on any free site, you're giving them the right.
So all I'd say is be careful. If you want your content to be private, perhaps don't put it on the web, or perhaps think about using a platform such as GotAccess.com.
That's correct.
Okay, well, if people want to get in contact with you, of course they can come by your domain name.
They can go, yeah. If people go to GotAccess.com, you actually get access to me. Once you sign up, you get access to our CEO, Norman Dowling, you get access to our Chief Information Officer, Robert Gage. So we automatically give you access, both personal and business, the second you come on the site.
Thanks so much for catching up with us today.
You bet.
This is Krishna Day of BizGrowthNews.com.